everybody, we're back. Today we are talking about his...
My house, my rules.
Really?
Isn't that it?
We're talking about his house, his rules.
Same.
What? No, it's not the same thing. You're talking about your house.
Okay.
About his house.
My name is on it.
So it's on?
Okay.
Okay.
Keep going, I'm sorry.
We're back. Sorry. No, so today we're talking about his house, his rules, as we continue on the setup of structure within the marriage structure within the household. I feel like we've talked about this before, but the way that society and media and social media has set up the hierarchy is completely the opposite of what God had planned for the marriage.
Right.
So initially it's supposed to be, God, your husband, you, and your children. And I feel like women, it even says like one of Eve's curses was to be put below her husband as far as the hierarchy is set up. But God did that with purpose. He wanted to protect us in the future, so that's kind of why he had it set up like that.
And I think that worked a lot with our marriage, because I know it took a lot for you to submit to me. I mean, because in the beginning I wasn't submitted to God, so therefore it's making it very hard for you to willing to submit to me, because it was but when I got in an alignment, I feel like submission came easy, and it didn't feel like it was actually you were really submitting. It felt normal. So, but it all starts with the hierarchy. You know what I mean? God first, spouse, and then your children. But I know there's some relationships where they're putting their spouse above God, and they're honoring their spouse more than honoring God, spending more time with their spouse more than God, and then those relationships, they're good at some point, but then they start to crumble, and you're wondering what's going on and what's missing, but you put your, like the first commandment said, I will place no gods before you. So that's whether it's jobs, whether that's wife, whether that's career, kids, anything. If you place anything before God, it's not going to work. So.
Agree. And I mean, and it's hard because for the wife, I feel like we talked about this last week too, when you're in the midst of that argument, is he the head of the household? Yes. Does your opinion no longer matter? No. So it's not like Marcus ever goes, this is what we're going to do and you're just have to be fine with it. No. A good husband, a good leader is also a servant.
Right.
So Marcus, if we ever have an issue where we need to discuss, what are we going to do? He comes to me. I give my opinion. I might give it a couple of times, but I give my opinion. But I'm learning to, the role that I have as a wife, that God has set for the wife. Once my opinion is given, then that's it. I have to step away. Because ultimately, Marcus is the head of the household, and for lack of better words, what he says goes. But because, we are, for the most part, equally yoked, I know that there is nothing that my husband will take me into that he has not already prayed about first. So if I'm dead set on going right and he's saying no, we gotta go left, ultimately we're gonna go left. But I have to trust but I have to trust and pray on Marcus's decision. My decision is, God, bless it. Even if it goes wrong or I don't agree with it, bless it. There is nowhere that my Lord is going to take me where we're not going to be protected or covered, or there's not something that's a part of his ultimate plan. So I mean, the whole submission piece is hard, because you got to let go of the me for the we, and it's a trust issue too. I couldn't submit to Marcus in the beginning because I couldn't trust Marcus. And like he said, I didn't know where he was going. But the closer I got to God and the more I started to trust God, and then in turn made me trust Marcus, because that is Marcus came from God. God sent him to me for this reason. And so it made it easier. And honestly, and I'll admit it on camera, it's so much easier than the fight. But if something does go wrong, you can't do the I told you so. Because that ain't gonna make it any better anyway.
And I think that his house, his rules, it applies a lot. I mean, there's a lot of blended relationships, blended marriages with kids, other kids involved, but you still have to follow that hierarchy. Because sometimes mothers may be a single mother for a long time. My pastor mentioned this, if always me and you, baby, I'm not gonna let nobody come between us, and they still have that bond with their kid. But once they become married, that kid comes third. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't want to give up that because what the kid has been through and everything that's happened. And I feel like that's where a lot of relationships struggle with the his house, his rules, because they feel like, well, we did it so long this way, and where mommy was the leader and mommy was this and that, it makes it hard for them to willing to submit. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I know it's going to take a little more work. But when it came to like us and then like my house, my rules, I kind of came off as like, we gonna do what I say we gonna do. In the beginning, because I was like, I'm the husband, you know what I mean? But it was just my tone and just how I spoke to her, because that's kind of like, God don't talk to us crazy, so why would we talk to our spouse crazy?
You gotta say it again.
God don't talk to us crazy, so why we gonna talk to our spouses crazy? And that's really what God was telling me at the time, because I was literally talking to her like she was a little kid, like, nah, we ain't gonna do that, like, you tripping, nah, and I was talking to her, basically breaking her down. And then when I sat back and looked, I was like, ooh, okay, that's not how God, because God kept me even though I was doing everything under the sun, and he never, you know what I mean? He never gave up on me, so why can't I just give up on my spouse? But yeah, that his house, this rule, man, it's big. I think it's really, really big. But the man, you gotta be willing to, like I said before, lay down your life and die, like Christ did for the church. It's all about, if you're willing to serve, your wife's not having an issue serving you.
Nope.
So that's pretty much it, though.
That's all we got. I mean, I feel like I say this a lot with marriage too. It's like, it's so simple yet so complicated. You know, you're gonna have to die to self daily, just like, you know, you do in your walk. Like, you have to die to self daily. Servanthood, marriage is servanthood. It's such a, it is such a simple concept. So that's all we got tonight.
That's it. Keep it short and sweet. Thank y'all for tuning in as always. If you got any questions, feel free to hit us up directly. Any ideas, any thoughts, or anything, just hit us up, and we're an open book. If you have any questions, let us know.
Alright, y'all. We will see y'all next week.
Peace.